Hi, I'm Ree,
And I'm Dre,
and this is Mug on the Mountain.
aka Mom.
We're doing this to connect better to the student body, and our episodes come out on the last day of every month.
Okay, so the first segment we're going to do is list your favorites. So tell us your favorite artist, song, album, recipe, product, book, game, movie, and destination.
You want to go first?
Favorite artist, Andy Mineo. Favorite song, None of My Business by Andy Mineo. Favorite album, Work in Progress by Andy Mineo. My favorite recipe, everybody knows this who loves me, crab cakes. My favorite item will probably be a MacBook Pro. Um, hmm. My favorite book is The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. Um, Favorite game is between Uno and NBA 2K20. And favorite movie is between Love and Basketball and 42. Favorite destination, honestly, anywhere in Europe.
Cool. My favorite artist is probably Dermot Kennedy. My favorite song is Have You Ever Seen the Rain by Creedence Clearwater Revival. My favorite album is probably Evermore by Taylor Swift. My favorite recipe is patisa. It's a Slavic nut roll. My favorite product is probably my shoes. My favorite book is Oak Flats. It's about a Indian reservation that's being taken over by the government. I don't. My favorite game is probably Animal Crossing. I don't have a favorite movie. I love them all. And my favorite destination is Scotland.
Okay, awesome. So this next segment is Ree segment. So every episode, Ree is going to talk about something she wants to.
So for tonight's episode, I'm going to talk about museums. Museums are great. You can either go together with somebody or just walk around them by yourself. I love doing that. I can spend hours in any museum ever. Another reason why museums are so great is no matter where you go, you're going to find a museum. Either a local one, a great big one like the Met, or something weird like the Neon Museum out in Las Vegas. And I think we need more museums. I think they're great learning tools. They're great activities to do with your kids, with your family. And they're just fun to learn your history, other people's histories. And there's a museum for everything: science, art, education, space, tiny little miniature museums. And yeah.
What's your favorite museum?
My favorite museum, I've never been here yet, but it's the V&A, the Victoria and Albert out in London. And it's a fashion and kind of like everything museum. And so it's pretty awesome. But also, I really love the Smithsonian.
What is the weirdest museum you've ever encountered?
I went to one that was just, it's out in Georgia somewhere, and it's socks. Just random socks.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Have you seen the Human Organ Museum?
No, not yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. Dre, do you have a favorite museum?
Of course. Everybody knows I'm a hometown kid, so I will choose the Smithsonian because everything there is free. You can learn for free and go to the zoo for free, which is also a part of the museum. So, and I love animals more than anything. So,
Okay. All right, so we're going to go to the next segment, which is Dre's segment. So each month he will be talking about something that he wants to talk about, and he is going to speak on finances.
finances, yes, finances. I chose finances because as college students, I feel we have there's a thin line, and a lot of people don't know um, when the school has things like scholarships and grants, which is free money, and they would rather take loans instead of applying for stuff like scholarships and grants. And instead, you have loans when you would pay back. A lot of people I know have $1,000 of college debt, and I mean, I think I did. I took out probably about $3,000 myself, but I've also made the attempt to make budgeting a habit, budget everything every semester, to the T, so I know where all things are going. Um, and definitely, I would save at least 10% every month, or I'd say save 10 to 20 a month. Because then, if you think about it, if you're making, well, since we'll use $2 out of 10, you save $2 every month. Like if things, or we'll even go 200. Let's say you're making 1,000, you're going 200. You'll have what, 2 times 12 at the end of the year in your savings, and most of the time, that can get you a used car, that can get you a down payment for an apartment, and just stuff like that. I mean, it's definitely take a big thing because my goal is to be out of debt, to be debt free by May 2001, and it's gonna happen.
You're going to be debt free by May of 2001.
Oh, 2021. This year, yes.
That sounds awesome. Could you tell the students how would you save if you have nothing? You know, like if you are paying your bills, doing everything you're supposed to be doing, and you just don't have that extra income, like how do you pay yourself first?
It's sacrifices. So here, the school has a food pantry. I mean, even if it's something as little as that, going to the food pantry for food instead of eating out. Like, it's those decisions that will make and break you, especially when you don't have anything. So those $10, $12 meals, you do that 3 times a day, that's $36 a day. And so if you do that 5 days a week, you're almost at $150 that you could be putting into something else and using the food pantry we have here. They have a lot of good stuff. Yeah, because of COVID, it's not as much stuff, but it's still decent stuff. It's what Dave Ramsey has this thing called the snowball effect. And like when you do have debt, you pay the lowest one. But he also, during that process, like he has a plan where you're not eating out. You're getting a part-time job. My part-time job is Domino's. So, and using the part-time job to pay your bills, and your majority is going to paying your what you owe. So like student loans, car payments.
Okay, awesome. And I did want to mention that if any students have any questions about financial aid, scholarships, or anything that Dre had mentioned, the number for financial aid is 719-502-3000.
And this is the end. We're glad you could join us for our first episode, and we'll see you next month.
Mom's out.